What's up, everybody? It's your boy, The Real One, back with another banging video because you smashed it up. I'm talking about this week's Smackdown. Again, it opened up with Bryan and The Miz talking that basically The Miz saying to Bryan, I didn't win last week's triple threat. It's up to you to beat The Fiend. I guess Bray Wyatt really beat The Miz up real bad because The Miz swore he faced The Fiend, and The Fiend is the one that was driving him crazy and terrorizing his home and his family. And it wasn't. It was Bray Wyatt. It was the guy in the Mr. Rogers shirt. Sweater, if you want to get specific. But, hey, anyways, let's move on. First match of the night was a triple threat. Basically, they swore it was going to determine something that has to do with the tag team division and as well for Bayley's championship. Okay. Long story short, Lacey Evans and Dana Brooke were victorious. Lacey Evans hit Sasha Banks with a woman's right. Then Dana Brooke hit her with a senton from the top rope. Pinned her for the 1, 2, 3. They got the victory. And of course, to me, that was one of the biggest wins of Dana Brooke's career. So, great job. I love to see the talent in the back that hasn't been getting pushed or have a chance to get those pushes. So, great job on Team Dana all day. After that, we had a backstage segment where basically Otis, Big O, tells Mandy that Mama saw what Dolph Ziggler did last week and smashed that cake. So, basically, you got some explaining to do. Then we get hit with another backstage promo, which was with the New Day and the Miz. New Day trying to cheer up Miz. Miz not having any of it. Smacks the 2020 pancakes onto the floor. Of course, we all know Big E was immediately ready to squash the Miz, but instead, Kofi stepped up and said that I will go ahead and handle this, which set it up for a match for later in the night. After that, it was Elias time. Elias comes out, does what he always does, which is plays on the guitar, picks some fun at a couple people, mainly the Revival, which leads to a backstage moment with the Revival talking. Basically, they have been feeling like they have been put on the back burner and turned into a comedy skit. And they're tired of it. They don't like it. They don't appreciate it. Chad Gable comes to try to level with them. They make a couple of short jokes, which leads them into a match with Chad. Long story short, Mr. Gable comes out with the win after he hits him with a suplex. And then after the match was ended and Chad gets the win, Scott Dawson proceeds to slide into the ring and attack him. They both attack him. Lights go out. We're thinking someone's going to make the save. Who is it? It's Sheamus. Welcome back, Sheamus. It was his debut night. Comes out, walks down the ramp, and proceeds to bro kick Chad Gable's head off his damn shoulders. The other two, they escaped because they got lucky. They were smart and they paid attention to his promos, obviously. He's not here to deal with any weaklings or anything like that. So, hey, sorry, Chad. You were just in the wrong place, wrong time, as they say. After that, the next match was Kingston versus The Miz. Basically, it was a good match, back and forth. He tried to hit a Skull Crush finale. He tried to hit the SOS as well as the Trouble in Paradise. No finishers actually hit or worked on each other. They had a back and forth in the middle of the ring in a roll-up position. Kingston ends up on top with the roll-up position and gets the win. Then The Miz proceeds to attack Kingston. Big E was late on getting him out of the ring, but Miz out of the ring, stands at the top of the ring, at the top of the stage, and basically had a moment like Seth saying to the fans, after everything I've done for you, this is how you replay me, blah, 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 blah. Then after that, we have another backstage moment with Daniel Bryan and the big dog Roman Reigns. Basically, Bryan saying that that's what happens when you face the Fiend. He does change you, like he did to Seth, like he did to Finn, and obviously like he has done to The Miz. And he has also done it to Daniel by rebirthing the Yes Movement. But Daniel vows that he will be bringing the Universal title back to the side of good. And that's when Roman basically says, hey, you're going to be taking it to Mania. He says yes. Roman then announces that he'll be entering the Royal Rumble and that he will love to see Daniel there to face Daniel for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. Back to the action. We had Otis going against Drew Gulak. Only thing about this match that I do not like, and I will always say this anytime Drew Gulak's name comes across my paper, is that Drew Gulak, I hate that they have him back on PowerPoint presentation Drew. He needs to stay on Dark Side Drew. Like Drew that got him the Cruiserweight Championship. That's all I'm going to say about that situation. I'm going to leave it at that. Big O hit him with that nice caterpillar. And then flatten him for the win. So Otis with the win on that one. Then they tried to get a word with the Miz afterwards. And the person that opened the door of his dressing room was another debuter, John Morrison. Welcome back. And if you don't know who that is, he was Johnny Impact from Lucha Underground, AAA Wrestling, Impact Wrestling. Welcome back. Is this a heel change? Is this a tag team growing? We're going to see. We're definitely going to find out. Hopefully sooner than later. Afterwards, Braun Strowman versus Cesaro. I guess it's building up heat for the Braun versus Shinsuke for the Intercontinental Championship, which I hope will be announced next week for the Royal Rumble. We shall see. Basically, Braun won that match, though, with a power slam. And after that, Shinsuke slides in the ring, hits him with a Kinshasa knee strike, and building more heat for their confrontation. Now on to the main event. It was Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. It was a great match, back and forth. When the first commercial break showed up, basically the Fiend made his presence felt, flashing the lights and his laughter. Afterwards, it returned. The hot tag was given to Daniel. Daniel gets in, cleans house. Then the Fiend makes his presence felt. Shows up. Daniel, instead of standing there looking like a lost child, goes ahead and kicks the Fiend in the face. The Fiend then proceeds to toss Daniel to the barricade. Mandible claw, let me in, puts him to sleep. He's done. Roman goes to check on him. Match is still proceeding to go on, so Corbin and Ziggler attack him because now he's basically by himself. So he has no friends. They handcuff him. They're getting ready to pour dog food all over him. And then another debuting, which was the Usos, comes out for the save. Blood comes to save him. And I love to see the Usos. I'm glad to see they're back on Smackdown. The only thing I have to say about them is I love the new haircut. And next week, it has been announced that Lacey Evans will face Sasha Banks. So, how do I feel about this week's Raw between smash, meh, and trash? I think it was a giant smash. They did great, had a lot of nice debuts. They, just all around, it was good. It was fresher than what Raw brought for the new year. So, let me know your guys' opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Like always, like, subscribe, and comment. We need to smash, smash, smash. Let me know what you want to see and more. Again, I'm the real one. Until we meet again, smash!